Well, it's Christmas Eve, 2011, 10 a.m. It's snowing. It's pretty cold out. It's 29 degrees, I'm assuming. I have the Massey Harris right behind me. In fact, I'm leaning on it. I just did a few things on it yesterday. And why don't I just show you? On the distributor, I replaced this little bolt right there because the old one was stripped. I wasn't able to tighten the distributor to time it accurately. So now I have that replaced. I tried timing it last night with my timing light, and it doesn't work. My timing light doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna find out what it is. The alternator's working good. It's just temporary. I'm gonna have the 6-volt system on this thing. Alternator exciter switch, because this key doesn't have accessory key to excite the alternator, so I have to put a separate switch. Like, that's exciting the alternator, pick it up and turn it the other way, and that's to crank the engine. Because when you crank the engine using the key, there's no power going to the coil during cranking, so that's not a good thing. Everything else is going pretty good. I need a new positive battery wire. That's really simple. Fixed my oil bath air cleaner. It was leaking really bad, so I just put some silicone on it, topped it off with oil, and it's working good. I accidentally bent my grill. I had an accident. I have 2 leaks. I have a leak in my cooling system, and I have a leak in the hydraulic system. I think I'm leaking where the O-rings meet the reservoir and the pump. I think that's where it's leaking. I'm going to look into it. And my radiator's a piece of crap, so I'm going to see if I can get a new one. It's leaking somewhere in the fins. But whatever. I still have a few problems with my fuel system. I have a little problem with my setup. It's not keeping up with the engine sometimes. When I'm running at full throttle, it won't keep up with the engine. So I think there's something blocking the lines. If I look down in the tank through the cap, you would probably be able to see some debris. And I have to run this thing with choke, about half choke for some reason. I think I need to put the coon tune to this thing after I time it. And that's all. That's pretty much all that's happening with this thing. I have the tire chains and the wheel weights. So now all I need is to fill the tires. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So that's pretty much it. My clutch is getting worn out. I slipped the clutch a couple of times. You can tell how bad it's worn out. It says in the manual you should only have 1 inch. There's like 6 inches of play. So that clutch is worn out. So anyway, let's do a cold start. Neutral. Ignition's on. Choke. Yeah, choke just got stuck. Here we go. Yay! So there you go. Oop, forgot to excite the alternator. You hear the RPMs drop? Alright. We'll let that charge for a few minutes and we'll shut it down.